everybody, it's Holly from Visit Brainerd, and today we are going to be going on a little bit of a tour. We're going to be looking at Copper Cat Escape Room. I just wanted to point out the sign and let you know where we're located, or where they are located. I'm in between Cocoa Moon and Cattails, and we're right on Laurel Street. So we're going to head up and meet the owner and talk a little bit about how the escape room works. So it's kind of cool because we have to go upstairs, up this beautiful stairway. So we're gonna head up there. We're gonna go meet Allon, and then we're gonna revisit with you guys. Okay, you guys, we are now upstairs in the Copper Cat Escape Room, and I'm with the owners. This is Allon and Liz Lovin. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Give us a little bit of background about how you ended up running an escape room. You have kind of a cool story.
Yeah, so my name is Liz. I'm 33 years old. This is my husband, Allon. And we have two kids. We have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old that attend Baxter Elementary. And how we got into this is we've loved doing escape rooms as a family. We were a little nervous to bring our kids into it because they're just at that age where we're like, I don't know. But we were on vacation in the Seattle area and on a whim went and did one with our kids, and they were like,
was that your first one that you had done?
As a family.
Okay.
They were like, that was the best thing ever. Can we do it again? And so we, like, that same night booked another one.
We played like 5 more on that trip.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
In talking with, well, more so with you,
yeah,
you guys have done extensive escape rooms.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I kind of want to call it an extreme. You guys are extreme escape roomists. Is that a word?
I feel, yeah. And so the term that is escape game enthusiast, and that's like a
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems appropriate.
I feel like
on
that level, we could claim that, but we have barely scratched the surface of escape games in America. But yeah, we definitely have that. I don't know, obsession.
We took a trip last year with our friends that are the owners in Alexandria, Escape Room Alexandria, and we went to Denver and we played 18 or 17 games in like 36 hours. So it was literally like touchdown on the plane, play 9 games, sleep a couple hours, play 9 more games, and get out.
So we need to probably explain to those who maybe have not. We're not quite at the enthusiastic level as you guys are. I have done a couple of escape rooms, so I get the gist of it. But for those of you who are just tuning in and watching this for the first time or trying to understand what's going on, I want people to understand that you are not walking into like a lock-in room and you're not chained down. Because I think people think that. They think they hear escape room and they think that they're like just in a panic room kind of, and that is not the case at all. It's almost like, in my opinion, a live version of Clue.
Yeah. In fact, we never lock you in. Like, the door is always unlocked. You're always able to walk out whenever you need to take a phone call, go to the bathroom, anything like that. However, what we do want is for you to feel like you're walking into a movie, that you are the main characters of that movie, that you get to interact with everything, touch those things. And if something in a movie would normally cause a secret door to open, we want that same experience, like, live in real life.
So
it's like a real life adventure game that you're not actually locked in, but you may be trying to find something before the time runs out, or accomplish a task, or get out. But the get out doesn't count if you just leave through the door. You got to solve the puzzles. Like, the whole goal is to lock the puzzle and experience the story.
Okay, so are you guys able to help some of the people? Because here's the deal. Here's why I'm asking. Sometimes the clues are hard, and sometimes you can't quite get it. At least that has been my experience. But the rooms that I've been in, the people will they must be watching. Is there an eye in the sky?
Yeah, so we have a surveillance system where we can see and hear everything that's going on.
Great. We
can also talk verbally to the people in the room so that the clues are clear, because we've had an experience where it's like, if you type something on a screen, maybe you just don't. It's hard to understand where they'll like type on a screen and then it'll be a delayed response.
Okay.
So we can talk to them right away.
Okay.
We call those people game masters, and we like to say that they're playing the room with you. So if you're stuck or frustrated, you can just say, hey, can you help me out? And they'll give you a little nudge in the right direction. And
it's like you were with me when I was playing. I seriously was in the room like, we don't get it. We were stuck. We had no idea what we were doing next, and we missed it. Just
a quick little, hey, is this the right direction, or is this the right? Just ask a quick question.
And it can be
going. Keep having fun.
It can turn the experience into a frustrating, not fun experience. Like you said, if you're in there and you're frustrated and you're stuck and you don't know what to do, and then you have to wait for help. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then if you have to, even further, if you have to help the game master, like if they say, where are you at? What do you need help with?
They don't understand what you've done already.
But you don't either. So it's like at that point, like our job as a game master is to be in the story with you. Like, we are following along 100%. We know exactly where you're at. We know what clues to give you. We won't just give you the clues.
Right. I was going to ask that as well.
Yeah.
You really want the clients to be successful and kind of get it on their own, but sometimes they need a little nudge. Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. And we say that in our intro video. Clues are unlimited. I know some escape businesses, they have like a penalty for asking for clues, and I don't get it, because some groups need more, some groups need less, and you shouldn't feel bad about that. So yeah.
I would imagine if there's a group of people that have never done an escape room before, they're going to need a little more help than somebody who has done an 1 or 18.
And our first room is awesome, even because some of the puzzles have, like, we've numbered some of the clues, and we made it kind of an entry level, like, okay, this is how this works. And so you're not stuck trying to solve something because you know you're missing 1 or 2 of the numbers of that puzzle. So you're waiting to find more things.
So speaking of that, I'm going to kind of sideline on this one a little bit. I was on your website looking for just information. There's a couple of things. You have the one room that you have right now is rated, I think, at a 6 out of 10 for difficulty level. Mm-hmm. I thought that was brilliant, because some people aren't going to want to do the 9 out of 10. Sometimes you got to start at a lower. Give me a 4 to start, and then I'm going to get used to it and understand the process. So I thought that was really, really great. I love that idea. Another thing that I noticed on there was that you guys allow children to come in to the escape room. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we're a family, and we love playing with our kids, like having them come along. You'd be surprised how many times a child will see something in a room that's just from their vantage point that adults just miss. We've had a couple of test groups in, that had a kid with them, and the kid would be like, we should do that. And the adult's like, no. And about 10 minutes later, when they're ready to try what they were told the first time, they get through it right away. He was right.
Kid is like,
he was
told you so.
Yeah. And so kids love it. We do ask that if you have kids under 13, that there's an adult that's playing with them.
Makes sense.
Just so that if they have any questions or need help, there's someone in there to help with them. However, 14 and older, we'd love to host. I think it's a wonderful activity for teenage groups and groups of friends to come out and do something positive.
How big of a group can you accommodate into one room, or are they all a little bit different?
They'll all vary a little bit.
This current room that we have open is going to be a minimum of 3, maximum of 8. The couple of rooms that we are working on could have up to 10, but we don't really suggest more than that, because then communication becomes difficult.
Oh, that's such a lovely way to say it.
Yeah, communication is one of the biggest things that you work on as a team when you're in there trying to solve the puzzles. You really have to think about
work together.
Yeah. Or else sometimes you won't get out if you don't work together.
We should talk about that too. In order to get out to win the game.
Yeah.
You have an hour-long time period in there. Is there a clock in there? Is there a countdown or anything so that you can understand how much time you have left?
That's a great question.
Yeah, and we try to keep, like, when you walk into a room, we want you to feel like you are completely in, like, this
that space.
You're in that space. And so, we try to make the countdown or timer appropriate to the space. Okay. So, like, it would be there, not some gigantic clock that Granny wouldn't have in her living room. So there is a way, but I don't want to give it away.
Okay, that's fair, and I don't want to know
definitely,
I want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun though seeing what people do interact and change and how they can grow when they feel a little bit of pressure to solve something.
Yeah.
It really kind of reveals some of your team dynamics, some of your communication dynamics, and it's a lot to talk about and kind of walk through later as well. It's not a game experience that just stays here. It tends to kind of go with you and be in your conversation later that night and more.
What are some of the more common questions that people have asked you? Maybe they're not even common. Maybe they're just random and maybe a little off the hook. A little bit, I don't know. Do you get some unusual questions about the escape rooms?
Well, we had one group test recently that the lady gets usually claustrophobic, and she was like, am I going to be able to get out? Is the room small? So that's a lot of questions that we get. And like we said, we never lock the door. You can always get out if you're like ever feeling like, this is too much. But really this at least this first room we have is very, very G-rated and not small, and she went through the room actually and played it and was just fine.
Okay, so what's the name of this room that you've got ready right now?
Granny's Recipe Rescue.
Okay. Can you give us the story of what has to happen?
So you and your group have been called in because there's a conglomerate coming to steal your grandma's recipe. And this is your family recipe. Like, that doesn't go to a conglomerate company and get cheaply remade. This is something that's going to stay in your family, but they're on their way there right now. And you have about 60 minutes to find where Granny hid her recipe, supposedly someplace only her family can find it. So can you save Granny's recipe and get out before they get there to try to steal that recipe?
Very, very cool. Great idea. Do you guys think of all the ideas? How do you get the ideas?
That's
so a lot of what we get our ideas from is networking with other escape businesses. Sure. We actually bought the base kit of Granny's from an escape business in Minot, North Dakota.
Okay.
She's super awesome, and this was like one of her first rooms. So we bought the walkthrough, brought it here, but 90% of the props and everything, the build, we did it on our own, and we rewrote a little bit of the story to make it personal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shameless plug. Escape Point in Minot, North Dakota is a wonderful place to play games.
Yeah.
Along if you with Escape Room Alexandria. And both great.
Those are amazing. Yeah. They're awesome people, and they have been key to us starting our business. We could not have done it without them. So
I love the idea of buying pieces and parts and kits and everything, kind of swapping around, because maybe their audience has already, seen it all. Now it can be brought into this community, and now we get to use it as well.
The thing we'll try, if we end up buying a room, or try to swap or try to get, we try to find a locale or someplace that's really far away that you would not normally. A locale, yes. A locale. Just like a good diet. Someplace that's far enough away and kind of different that a lot of people in Brainerd and even people traveling through Brainerd wouldn't have played at. So it does feel unique and different.
I am super excited to get in there. First of all, these guys have done an amazing job with kind of remodeling this space. It is transformed, I will say that much, and it looks really, really awesome in here. I believe what we're going to do is take a bit of a tour, but we're not going to be touring Grandma's cabin. Is it her cabin?
It's her apartment.
Okay. Yeah. Because we don't want to give it away. We just want you guys to get in here, get online, book your tickets. Let's talk a little bit about that before I get my coat off and we do a brief run through of your space up here. Yeah. How do you book a room?
So we go through a booking software called Brazova, and it's linked on our website in several different spots. It says book now in bold letters. There's also a link on our Facebook page, and I think in the bio and Instagram. It's super, super simple.
Okay, so from what I've seen, you go online, you hit the book now, and you plug in how many people are in your group, and it's a one fee, and it's $27 per person, per participant. if you've got 5 people in your group, all 5 get billed I would assume like 1 credit card, and then your group can figure out who owes money to who, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you've got your time and your appointment, and you're all set.
Yep, and it's a flat fee, so we don't charge any extra taxes or fees or anything on top of that. That's all inclusive.
And we have another option as well. If you are like not sure how many people, and you're like, okay, I want to book that slot, because all of our bookings are private, so you're never going to get put with a random person that you don't know. Just in our experience, that hasn't been positive. So for us,
you want to go with people that we
want it to be it's a private grouping. So we don't charge you extra to make it private. It's just the flat fee. Okay. But you can book it for 3 people, and then if you bring more up to the limit of 8, you can settle up after you've played the room.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Love that convenience. So thank you for that. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, you guys want to show me around a little bit?
Let's do it.
Don't give anything away. Okay, they have a fun little thing here. Like when you arrive, you can take your coat off and put it in a locker. And I just wanted to show you this. This kind of sets the scene, right, of how the whole time here should be. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a client here. I've got my coat because it's still acting like winter. Is this a badge that I would wear the entire time?
Wear it in your pocket.
I know that this is already a puzzle. I have to figure this out and how to get into the locker and how to hang up my coat. So there's a code on here. I'm looking at this. I see that there's 4 lockers. There's a dot on this one. I'm assuming that this goes to this, but then it's locked. So I have to figure this out. I kind of already know, but is it okay if I
go for it? Yeah.
So I know that it's up here somewhere. Isn't that just the coolest thing ever?
And you can charge your phone as well.
So there's a phone charger in here. They have all of these little hookups because you don't want people using their phone.
Yeah, in fact, if you're gonna play a room and you're okay with setting your phone aside, having some time away from your electronics and just being in the space with your friends, with your group, it can really be almost like a breath of fresh air to not be constantly checking your phone.
Just to be unplugged for a little bit.
But if you need your phone to if you have a babysitter at home or someone that you need to be able to, that's okay. It's not a requirement to leave it.
Yeah. So we just say, you can have your phone on you. We're not going to be mad about it, but just please don't be taking pictures because and we have that in our intro video that everyone sees. It keeps the allure for future groups.
Absolutely.
We've got picture space at the end here. We can take your picture right in front of us.
Okay. I love it. Okay, well, give us a little bit of a tour. I'm not even sure where you're going to take me.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
Start with,
let's head that way.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one to become an escape room.
This is a future space. Yeah. Future escape room.
Right now, it is just a big room.
It's a blank slate.
It's got all the potential in the world, but right now it doesn't look like much.
And you've got a plan?
Yes.
You know what this is going to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's a large room.
Yeah, there's a lot that can be done with it, and we're going to make it, you're not going to be able to see that there's drop ceiling by the time
hopefully,
we're done with it. You'll feel immersed.
Okay, I love it. I love the surprise. I love the mystery.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hit it. You want to...
I don't know if this doesn't really matter, but the church had these in here. There's a church here for about 20 something years, and I had to keep these because it just. And there's one over there as well. They don't match anything, but that's my little Easter egg from what the church used to have.
I think it's interesting that this used to be a church.
Yeah.
This is where we won't go because that's where your granny's is.
This is the granny's room.
Yep, that's the granny's room.
And we have all the doors look the same so that if you're a new group coming in, you don't look at this door and look at another door and be like, I'm going in that one and then I'm exiting that one. Because then they know, okay, that's the direction I'm going to go. But
so you're keeping it a mystery.
If everything is a mystery, then they won't know, they'll be a little bit disoriented.
Purposefully disoriented.
Right, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is escape room number, this is going to be our second one.
Yeah,
so this
another
is the one
blank
we're building
slate.
out next.
Yeah, well, we'll leave that shut. There's stuff in there already.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll call that good.
Yeah, and then women's restroom is this way, so super glamorous.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to go in there.
Copper and black and gray.
Again, no, it has been much improved. It wasn't like horrible or anything when I was here before it was even painted, but you guys brought it all together for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we just modernized it a little bit, updated it. It was in really good condition, like the church, they kept it well. Just for our vibe, we just had a specific way that we wanted to do it.
Right. So they check in here? They kind of come in and you help them out, and are they watching they're watching a little bit of a video to kind of explain what's going to be happening?
We set up, answer a lot of kind of preliminary questions, and then we have ask if there's any extra questions, stuff that they might not quite understand yet. And
sure.
We try to set everybody up for as much success as possible.
Yep.
So we try to answer as many of those questions up front with our video as we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want?
This is a control room.
Oh, okay.
So behind this is where all of the man behind the curtain sits.
Yeah.
Or the female behind the curtain. Yeah. So this is where we can see and help and control almost everything.
And you can do once all the rooms are set up, you'll be able to manage all of them at the same time. You can have 3 different groups.
Yep, every group will have their own game master. So you'll have your own game master with you. You won't be sitting there waiting for someone to be done with or hear another group. Okay. You'll have your own game master working with you every time.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys are opening
Thursday.
Soft launch Thursday with our first room while we work
28th.
on our next 2 rooms.
Okay, so by the time you guys are viewing this, likely you will be up and running.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. We are so happy to have you here. I can't wait to get in these rooms with my group of friends. Hopefully we're smarter than the last time that not your rooms, but with the other rooms that we've been. I think we've been like maybe 50-50 and successful. I don't know, makes me feel a little like, geez, what are we doing wrong? But sooner or later we'll catch on.
Well, hey, if you're having a blast, and
we always do, yeah. It's always a good time.
It's worth it.
Just to remind everybody that these guys are located right on Laurel Street. What's your physical address?
605. 605 Laurel Street, 2nd floor, copper door. Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
There we go.
Beautiful. Great. Anything else that you guys need to share with us at all? We are just so excited to have you guys here. Okay.
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Just come have fun.
Well, there you go, you guys. Make sure you get online. What's your website?
coppercanescape.com.
Seems pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, book your date, book your time, get your friends involved, get your family involved, and this is one more way of how you can love Brainerd like a local. We will see you at the Coppercat Escape Room.